Well, it's a wild day across the British Isles and Ireland. We've got a sub 973 millibar low now working its way into the southwest of the UK. Now we've got heavy bands of rain, embedded thunderstorms circling around that area of low pressure, and it's working northwards. And even within those bands, folks, we're needing to watch for some wind shear. What is known as wind shear or directional shear? That's changing wind direction with height in the atmosphere. Now, we have seen over the past 4 or 5 days sightings both across parts of England, across parts of northwest Scotland, over the Hebrides, and even the Donegal coast yesterday of funnel clouds developing. And that is actually a risk that we're going to see this afternoon as these spiral bands work their way off the main low, which is still over the southwest of England. It's going to then create that chance for some very beefy, sharp, thundery downpours, going to create some localised flooding. If you're within those, gale force winds, hail and damaging wind is all associated with some of these sails that are rotating around this area of low pressure. Let's have a quick look at the current radar of the Meteor Group website, and you can see here the centre of low pressure sitting off the southwest of Cornwall. You can see here that there's a very large canopy of very heavy rain that's working its way up through the Midlands, the Humber Estuary, and across the parts of the Irish Sea as well. Look at the dark reds here, indicating the very heavy rain. Now this is all coming away from that low pressure, which of course is down off the southwest coast. We're seeing as well as that over parts of the south and southwest of England, some of these little sails that are spinning off that low, and that is where we need to watch out for some rotation developing within these sails. And of course the potential is there for funnel clouds, and of course if that funnel cloud reaches the surface, a tornado is born, and of course we just need to keep a close eye. But you can see the vast swath of heavy rain all working its way northwards. We're seeing these sails pushing through Plymouth. You're going to see pulses of heavy thunder and lightning probably as well associated with these sails as they work and spin off that low. Until that low is going to clear your area, we're going to continue to see those sails push through, bringing those heavy rains, gusty gale force winds, and of course the potential for some hail as well, and even gale force winds, like I say. But we're continuing to see all this weather working its way northwards. The area of low pressure itself is down to 973 millibars. Now we're seeing some sites across the southwest of England reporting a pressure down to 973, so that is pretty strong for this late in the season, folks. And of course, if you've got that higher sun angle as well, that is going to energize the atmosphere that's already turbulent. We're seeing within these sails tremendous upward motion, and of course that is supporting the heavy rain and the gusty winds, thunder, lightning and hail as well. So just be careful if you're out in these showers and storms this afternoon. It is going to be pretty rough in some places today, but the wee door here up in the attic is blowing about because of the gusty winds. We're seeing strong gusty winds blowing out of the north and northeast today across Scotland, and certainly it's going to be stronger winds the further south you go towards the southwest of England. Now let's have a quick look at the upper level chart of the ECMWF, and this is indicating the upper level chart. There's the area of upper level low pressure. The surface low is close to the Cornish coast, and we've got tremendous support in the atmosphere for this storm system. The jet stream taking a dip down across parts of Iberia and into parts of Europe as well. Very unsettled conditions across France, the Low Countries, down into the north of Italy, the Alpine region seeing yet more snow, while over in the eastern part of the continent we're seeing plenty of heat now building over that part of the continent. We're going to continue to see that heat build as we progress into the latter part of the week. By Thursday, there's your upper low sitting right over Wales, while we're seeing that trough and the axis northeast to southwest oriented is going to then push cooler, unsettled conditions all the way down into the Azores, even perhaps the Canary Islands, while at the same time this is then pumping that heat from Algeria, Morocco, northwards over the Mediterranean. And of course, if you're vacationing there, if you intend to be visiting there in the next several days, you're going to get some great weather, great warm weather as well. And that will actually extend into parts of Central and eventually Eastern Europe. Wouldn't surprise me if we start to see record heat develop over the course of Friday and into the weekend. Look at this here. We've got the red starting to show up over the Balearics. We're going to be seeing a strong southwesterly flow pumping that Algerian heat up through parts of, well, basically Germany and into Poland, Moscow. You're going to be talking about temperatures into the mid-20s by the weekend. Surely that's got to be record territory, I'd imagine. Look at that there. By the time we get to Saturday the 20th, look at how far south the trough's going. It's away deep into the subtropical region. It's away down over the Canary Islands. Could be quite unsettled. Showers, thunderstorms. Temperatures perhaps only in the teens down here across this part of the world. A part of the world that you would expect to be heating up and to have more of a high pressure influence at this time of year. Certainly not the case at the moment. We're seeing that trough punch all the way down here, while at the same time that is reacting to the atmosphere further east. It's pumping that ridge, the heat, very, very warm conditions right up through the heart of Central Europe. That will work its way eastwards. Temperatures could be conceivably topping 30 Celsius in such cities as Berlin, Warsaw. Could we be even seeing 27, 28, even in Moscow? That is very, very possible by this upcoming weekend, folks. So we've got tremendous heat building over Central and Eastern Europe. We've got unsettled conditions, cool conditions, still working its way through Ireland, the British Isles, and all the way southwards into the Azores and the Canary Islands as well. So we've got some wild weather to talk about here, folks. Over the next 12 hours, we're going to continue to see windy conditions, pulses of heavy rain. Watch out within those pulses. You could have embedded thunderstorms. If you've got rotation within them, the odd, basically the odd isolated funnel cloud is possible with these sails this afternoon as they rotate off that low that's down to 973 in millibars. Keep checking back to my blog. Follow me on first-hand weather, Facebook, Twitter, and I'll keep you up to date. Have a good day. Bye-bye.